Another coaching video for VIP members. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. This is one of the most common questions I get in the last 2 years as a mentor is, can I have a chart, one chart, which gives me consistent results and rather than going top down, etc. And there is. However, I do like to know that you are doing the top down analysis, which is very important. So this is the daily chart. Notice this blue line. This is the 4-hour chart. Notice the blue line. 2-hour chart. Notice the blue line. 1-hour chart. So let's get going. And the difference between different traders will vary depending on how long you've got to trade. You might only have 15 minutes per day. You might have an hour or two per day. It does differ. You might want to be a swing trader, a day trader, a scalper, or a position trader. I don't know unless you tell me. But what I'm going to try and do here is help you build a chart which you can use every day and use the same settings so that using the price action charts to actually get into a position and to benefit every day with the least amount of time on the chart, because this is the key to your success. Being successful as a trader does not mean you spend more time on the screen. Now, while you're learning, of course, that might mean that you will have to spend a bit more time. But once you've got the settings, once you've got the charts, then you just walk away and then come back maybe later on in the day to see how it's all going, whether there's any new setups. So the first thing you need is the 50 moving average on the daily, on the 4-hour, on the 2-hour. This is set as 50 SMA 4 hours. Okay, so no matter what happens, as you dial down, every time frame will confirm whether it's a buy or a sell. Let me just drop down because we've got some parabolic trends. So let's do this. This is the daily on the US Canadian. Daily on the US Canadian, 4-hour on the US Canadian, 1 hour. So you can choose your time frame. Doesn't matter if you go on the 30-minute chart. Doesn't matter at all. So you might feel comfortable just getting that bit of extra information to confirm that it's parabolic. Parabolic simply means all charts agree. You notice the blue line. You notice the trend is green. Let's go down to the 4-hour. This is a daily. This is a 4-hour. This is a 2-hour. This is a 1-hour. Okay, so the closer you get to the position, the likelihood you're going to see some red and greens. Now, we just had a conversion into a parabolic trend back here. Tradable, by the way. And we've just recently on Friday had a breakout here on a parabolic trend on the euro dollar as the DXY goes down. So let's now talk about what we do to actually get into the trade with the settings so that you can see exactly what you should be doing. So as an example, once we have a parabolic trend, and you can easily see when it's parabolic, all the charts agree. Once you have the chart settings, then we are happy to go long the euro dollar as an example. That might be your favorite trade. It's certainly mine this week. So this is a 4-hour chart with the 50 SMA. And as we can see, the price is above the 50 SMA, which is fantastic. So as a 4-hour chart, you are a position trader. You're not scalping this. It's pointless being up here, this time frame. You don't have any time during the day. So you're going to pop into the 4-hour chart, pre-London Open, pre-New York Open, and you're going to make decisions where to trade. I'm going to start adding some tools here. So one thing that you can do is have the RSI. Now the RSI is also confirmation really that the price is stronger because it moves above the 50. Whenever the price is weaker, the price moves below the blue line and below the 50. That's how it works. So as an example here, as the price moves down, the price moves weak, and you gain some profits from that to the downside. The other one we've got here is the RSI. You should have the settings. Some of these are special settings, so you should have those, so that's fine. So what you're looking for on a position trade, you're looking for the break of structure, first of all. So in this instance, let me draw a line here. It won't be very good because it's freehand, but something like that. So this is a change of character, if you like, and the price breaks up above the blue line and you go long. So also note here that once you have the change of character, there's a 1, 2, 3 method. The 1, 2, 3 system is going throughout the charts all the time. It goes on the 5 minute, it goes on the hour, it goes on the 4 hour. So it's up to you what time frame you want to choose. So the change of character is signaled on your chart as it goes green. That is the 1. Okay, so that is the 1. This is what I often talk about for price action. This is the 1. Where is the 2? Yes, you've got it. So the 2 is here. The 2 is here. So the 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3. That's how it works. And that's what you're looking for. So immediately that you see this price moving down into this area on the oscillator, that is your entry. I'm going to show you another way to do it using the fibs in a minute, but this is your entry. Okay, now let's go down to the 1 hour. Now this is the same system on any time frame. You've just got to pick your time frame. If you want to go down to the 2 hour chart, the same thing applies. And the 1 has just occurred. The 1 has just occurred, hasn't it? So this is the 1. Now, if you're an impulsive trader, you might be, then you might feel you don't want to miss out, so you're going to go long anyway, which is fine, but you've got to have a wider stop. That's the first thing. But the 2 hasn't occurred yet, has it? No, you've had the 1, you've had the change of character. The 2 is down here somewhere. This needs to do this and then come back up. All right, so the number 2 is going to be down here somewhere before we get the 3 up to our target here. So much depends on you and what time frame you choose. Don't rely on other people, because once you have these charts, that's it, you're set to go. Now, one thing that I've just noticed here on the 4 hour is this. We do have another 1, 2, 3, but I suspect on the hourly chart we may find that we're going to get a pullback first. Okay, so this is the 1, 2, 3. This is what you're looking for. This is the perfect position. So this is cheap. This is going up to our target, which is up there somewhere. Okay, so it's a very simple system. Let me show you something else. I often talk about the stepping stone effect, which is the pivots here. And as you can see, once the price breaks these pivots and the blue line, pivots and the blue line, it's highly likely to continue to target. So just bear that in mind. Once you see it break down, it breaks down. Once you see it break up, it breaks up. Then you have a swing low. So we have another swing low and the price is broken up. So how would you deal with it? If you're a position trader and not a short-term trader, then you simply go long here with a stop below this support area, or the swing low would be even better, 72 pips, and you go 2 to 1, something like that. Now with a parabolic trend, which is the most powerful trend there is, of course, you can trail the 50 EMA. Now you need to add the 50 EMA on whatever time frame you are on. What I mean by that, you just go to EMA, moving average, and then you put that on there on a 50. Okay, 50. So if you are trading off a 1 hour chart, then of course you've got another number here. So what happens here, whenever the price moves up, it always stays above the 50 EMA on that time frame. So you've got the 50 EMA on the hourly time frame, and you've got the 50 EMA on the 4 hour time frame, the long term one, if you like. So this, as long as this price stays above, this could be your trailing stop. So instead of using a target, You could, for instance, use a 50 EMA on a 1 hour chart as an example to actually get into the trade, and then as soon as it starts to make a move to your target, if you have a target, then of course you can simply move your stop with the 50 EMA or just below it. Okay, here's a good example here where the price went up and up, and then it failed, but nonetheless you would have guaranteed to make some money. If it went up and up and up and continued up in a strong trend, then you are more likely to do it. The other thing you can do, of course, is use a 2 hour chart to manage it better with a wider stop. So you could argue that the stop should be there, just below there, and you just let it go, and then you move your stop with the 2 hour 50 EMA, just to complicate it a little bit more. But it's subjective, it's what you want to do. Aim for 2 times. If you're just entering the market, then of course you do need to have a demo account and practice, of course. Okay, so let's move on. So in this instance, we're looking at the US Canadian, which is parabolic to the downside. You can see it very clearly. It was parabolic to the upside, and very clearly you can see where your trade should be and in what direction. So you've got the market structure as indicated by the pivots. The other thing to remember about the pivots, when the pivots are very narrow, like as an example here, 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 you can actually see that there's going to be a big move in the next 24 hours usually, or certainly in the next few days. So look out for that. If you see a narrow pivot, don't even hesitate. Just go short or just go long. Now, in terms of this tool here, I have mine set, how do I have mine set at now? I have mine set at 0.3. I'm going to change that to 0.5. And I'm going to change that to 618. And I'm going to change that to 0.79. Okay. So in this instance, how can you manage this? So we have the 0.5, we have the 0.618, we have the 0.79, which is the extreme. And as the box goes red, it indicates further downside momentum is likely. And you can put an order here, if I zoom in a bit more. You can put a pending order on these pivot points here, which are automatically given here. So in this example, let's see, we can have a pending order at 137.37, and our stop is going to be the previous swing high, and we're going to have 2 to 1. Something like that. Okay. Now in this instance, let me zoom out a little bit. So here we got 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. We've got the 50, 618 and the 0.79. You can adjust yours accordingly if you wish. Short position on the top number here. Pending order. Previous swing high. And whoops, 2 to 1. Okay, so there's several ways to do it. The other thing to remember is you are looking for swing highs as well. So the price cycle is really important. The price direction is really important. Now this happens on the 15-minute chart. If you want to be a day trader, have a look at the 15-minute chart. The same settings apply. This is really important. So we can see here, for instance, we need to zoom out a little bit. So we can see here for example, that the price has moved down. Let's take that off. And we can see that the long-term charts are showing sell And so this box here has been drawn, and that is your 137.37 or thereabouts. Okay, so 30 minutes, have a look at that. Again, below the blue line, price breaks down. You've got a lovely red box here. You can just sell it on that pending order. And a lovely red box there as well on the pending order. Okay, now don't get bogged down with the fibs because it's not something I use very often. It's not necessary. But for instance, on a 30-minute chart, if you're a day trader, I would look at that. Once you have the trend initiated and confirmed, you can then remove all the indicators that you've got, all the tools. The tools have done their job. If you prefer a clean chart, then just remove them. You know the trend is down. You know you've got a swing high. So here's the opportunities to actually have a really simple chart once you've got the parabolic trend confirmed. So let me show you a simple way to trade. Swing high, swing high, swing high, swing high, swing high, swing high. Need I go on? So as the price moves up on the 30-minute chart, you're a day trader, just wait for the price to move down below the 50 EMA on the 30-minute chart. Have your entry here. Have your entry here. Just make sure your stop is above the 50. That's really important. There is another one there. So there, above the 50, nice tight stop there. Another one there. Another one there. Okay. Now if the price is moved below the 50 and there's a swing high, use that. Use that. Use that. And so on and so forth. So and it goes on. Okay. Just make sure that your settings are correct. Just make sure that you are selling below the blue line or buying above the blue line. In this instance, buying, because you can see however clear this is. So you've got the 50 EMA on the 30-minute chart and you've got the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Once these two are up, you have a parabolic trend. Just simply look for the swing lows. Okay, here, here, here. Lots of opportunities. You're not going to trade them all, but you're not going to miss them either. Okay, so the price cycle is really, really important. Now you can add other things as well. You could add on the buy and sell signals onto this as well. The key again is to wait for the price to move up above the 50 EMA, which I've been using since 1982. It works. Don't complicate it too much. Do a top-down analysis, find out what's parabolic, please, because that is really important. And then once you have this situation like this is parabolic to the upside. You can see it immediately. This is parabolic to the downside. You can see it very easily. Does it work on the hourly chart? If you don't want to look on the 30-minute chart, you bet your life. So, how many potential trades do you want? Here, 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 here. How many trades do you want? So here, now here, this is a swing low, but look at the price below the 50 here. This is not ready until it moves above the 50. Then you've got your 2 to 1. This is a crossover, okay? Dead man's cross, and there it goes. So you do have a swing high on this one. You have a swing high here, you have a swing high here, and so on and so forth. So a very simple way to put your charts together with a very simple chart which can tell you which direction to go. Just wait for the swing highs and the swing lows. If you want to use the fibs, use the fibs. Have a great day.